Hello students, today we are here at our classes to discuss about how to become a meritorious student in the examination. The best, the first approach towards becoming the meritorious student that it is we have to follow a good approach to become the meritorious student so that we have prepared this seminar for only for those students who want to become meritorious, who want to become topper in their classes or in their board exams. But before going further, we need to follow certain instructions. And what are those instructions that must be followed? So, what are the instructions what we have to follow before going through this seminar? First is this seminar is only for those students who want to show their excellence in the board exam, who want to show their excellence in your school exams. First of all, please switch off your mobile phones. Then please do not ask any query. Please, if you have any query, then note it down. Every queries will be cleared at the end of the session. Please maintain silence during the seminar, and if you find any important point in the slides, you can write it down at the last page. Because this is a time for examination. Now, there's a big question why we have to become a meritorious student in the examination. First of all, we need selection of stream in which field we are going to make our career. So this 10th board exam is the first stage towards your making your career in a particular profession. It is the basic deciding factor in the admission process in any prestigious colleges and universities. So admission is open for those who score good marks in the board exams or your final exams. Next is it is also plays a very important role in your job selection. This is the selection process. The person is selected who gets good marks in his exam. Then everyone gives hats off to you. How we have to become a meritorious student? What are the ways to approach the meritorious? How to achieve our goal? What is our goal? It is our board exam. We have to achieve our goal by perfect management of the following things. First of all, it is our daily schedule, what we follow during a particular day. Next is strategy or approaches for studies. What are the approaches we follow for our studies? Next is time management. And then lifestyle. We have to start early our daily routine. It is at 3:30 a.m. in the morning because you have studied at your school level the very uh, basic poem early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. The best saying of Benjamin Franklin. So we have to start early and we have to end early also. So first of all, we have to wake up at 3:30 a.m. because we are going to get ready for our studies at 4 o'clock because that is the best energy time. Then we have to get ready for our studies at sharp 4 a.m. After studying up to 7 a.m., we have to do some exercises. Then we have to take healthy breakfast because we are hungry and we are tired also. Then we have to follow our daily schedule, going to school, going to any classes. If you come to outer classes, then come to the outer classes and then follow your studies. And then you have to have some rest. You need some rest because you have woke up early in the morning. Then study again. Now you have to take dinner at 9:30 p.m. or approximately 10. Plan for the next day, what you are going to do next day. Then you have to set your alarm and go to bed. Now, how to study? अब पढ़ाई किस तरीके से करनी है? How we have to study? How we have to do the things further? First of all, there is difference. There are two types of studies. First one is quantity study versus quality study. There are two approaches towards the studies. What is the quantity study? In which we do not set any target and put up many books with us and we try to read one by one. This is no target based study because we have not followed any approach towards our studies. And second one is quality study, in which someone sets his daily target and then studies accordingly. That is a quality study, because quality study is going to give you good marks but not quantity study. This girl, she studies for approximately 15 hours a day, but this boy studies according to his set goal. Now, best daily schedule, what we have followed till now. First, wake up at 3:30 a.m., then get ready for study at 4 a.m. Then we have to study approximately for 3 hours up to 7 a.m. Then do any exercise for 10 to 15 minutes and have healthy breakfast then. Then we have to go to our school and follow our daily schedule up to 4 p.m. in the evening. Have some rest for half an hour or 1 hour, but do not exceed it more than 1 hour because you will not be able to get sleep proper in the night again. So again we have to get ready at 5:30 p.m. for our studies. Then have a sitting of 4.5 hours up to 9:30 or 10 p.m. Then prepare plan for next. So now the question arises, what to do and when to do, what we have to study and when we have to study. First of all, we will talk about reading and cramming kind of subjects. The best suitable time for those kinds of subjects is 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning, and in the evening it is from 5 to 7:30 p.m. We have to study what? We have to study social science or social studies, in which we have to discuss some chapters like geography, some chapters of geography which we have to read and cram. Then history, civics, and economy. Again, some chapters, because some chapters are of understanding kind. Then we have to come to Hindi and Sanskrit and English and science. In science, we have to read and cram the biology and some. Then math time. What should be your timing for mathematics? at school and free time, and at home when you are at home. Now, when we have to do the science and English, the best suitable time for science and English is approximately 8 to 10 p.m. in the evening. Then how to do and from where to do. How we have to do and from where we have to do. How we have to study and from which book or from which source of material we have to study. Mathematics must be done by our textbook. We have to solve it again, and we have to review some previous year papers of 5 years. Then science. We have to read the book chapter wise and review our class notes accordingly. Then we have to prepare our answers from exercises by writing them according to the board exam pattern, because if we will be able to write at our home in the comfort zone, then only we could be able to write in the board exam and finish our examination at the scheduled time. Review some previous year papers, some other booklets at the end for the last review of some extra questions. Social science, again the same approach. You have to follow, read the book chapter wise and then review class notes, then prepare your answers by writing in the systematic manner. Then we have to review some previous year papers, then we have to see some booklets, means your exam idea and other books, whatever you have, for some extra questions. Then English. This also must be done in the same manner, but first of all we have to do our textbook chapter wise, and we have to review our reference guides also. We have to read the workbooks or any practice book, whatever we have, and then we have to prepare our answers again by writing. Then we have to review our previous year papers, then we have to see some other booklets at the end for questions. For Hindi again, same approach what we have followed in English. Then for Sanskrit, again the same approach must be followed. Now, the question is, how should we write the answers in the board exams to score good marks? Because till this everyone follows the same approach, but we have to write answers in the systematic manner, in a very different manner, to score the good marks, because no one gets the 90, no, because every student does not get the 90 marks, only approximately 1 or 2% students can get the 90% marks. So what is the difference between the two? So we have to, that is the difference arises only in the writing pattern of the answers. Mathematics should be represented in a systematic manner. We have to do science. First of all, 2-mark questions. We have to give any side heading or name of any object to be determined in the problem first, and no need to draw the diagram for these questions. Suppose, for example, we have a question, what are the laws of the reflection? Then give some basic definition, then represent a very simple diagram. If it has very simple diagram, then you can draw it also, and then you have to write laws of reflection, first and second. Then 3, 4 or 5-mark questions. For 3, 4, 5-mark questions, you have to add some more points or sentences to get the higher marks, and then we have to draw the diagram wherever it is required. Now there is one more question for your example, that how to write the answer for 4 or 5 marks. Suppose it is about organic compounds. What are the properties of organic? But we have to write first of all the definition of organic compounds, and then we have to write the main properties of the. Then for social science, the same approach. First of all, give a basic definition and some examples. And if there is a direct question, then you can write it accordingly. And 3, 4 or 5 mark questions, you have to give introduction and then with side heading what is asked in the question, and then we have to write the answer point-wise. Then if it is difficult to write point-wise, then you can follow paragraph-like approach, but in a very succinct manner, because to the point. There is a particular type of questions like distinguish between these two things or write the differences between these two. So how to write those kind of questions? First of all, you need to make 4 columns. First one is for serial number, then basis, then whatever the difference you have to write. If there is no basis, then you can write it directly also, but the manner should be this one. Now some important points that must be taken care of. Try to write the exam from the starting. Please write the answers from your first question. Then write the exam in the best handwriting, because these two points have very much effect on the mind of the examiner who is checking your answer sheet. Draw the figures and flowcharts wherever required, not wherever asked. If there is diagram for any question, then you have to draw it, whether it is asked or not. Write the answers succinctly and in the very systematic manner to finish your exam timely. And then we have to maintain our answer sheet neat. There should not be any crosses and cutting of any questions again. Thank you.